You guys, it is time to bring on our star of the day. He came onto the Beachbody scene back in 2007. That's when I was started also. He had hip hop abs and then followed up with rockin' body. And then, of course, there was Insanity and a few spin-offs from that and T25 and Size. And then it brings us to today, oh my goodness, with Let's Get Up. He even wrote a book all around his last name, you know, the letter T, because that stands for transformation. That is everything he stands for. You guys, coaches, give it up for Mr. Shaun T.
What's up, Sandy?
I miss you. It's really good to see you.
Oh, you're
And
so sweet. I miss you too.
okay, so I wrote a bunch of interview questions, and it's kind of like everything I've always wanted to ask Shaun T.
Oh my gosh. I would say I'm nervous, but I actually really enjoy unprepared questions, meaning questions that I get that I have no clue what they're going to be, what's going to be asked.
I know this is truly live, everybody. So tag your coaches to get on. Also, I feel like you're on the champions page. You're going to be doing some coach calls. I mean, you're going to go deep into what's in the program, but I want to go a little deeper. So I hope you don't mind with that. Okay, you have spent the last 15 years at Beachbody creating content to help to get people to move. What can you say about human nature and what motivates people to really want to transform their health?
Actually, Sandy, I don't know if you know this, but I actually started with Beachbody 17 years ago
I
because
figured.
only because I was with Kathy Smith. I was the test group instructor. I was a group exercise instructor for a test group, and she actually hired me to help her create some workouts for Project U way back in the day. But
You know that. Okay.
it actually has never changed the reason why people want to move. And the thing is, there's always a barrier between moving and feeling good. There's this really fine line, but the minute someone starts to move, it doesn't really matter in which way that they move. The minute they start to move, they feel great. Because back in 2003 or 4 or whenever it was, I just remember waking up every day and getting to a class that started at 7 a.m. And in the beginning of that test group, it was people just kind of like working their way through. But after every single class in that first week, you just saw people come to life. And it's the same today. All of you coaches out there know that there's that one person that sent you that message, that wrote you that DM or sent you that email or text. And just by moving today or whatever day it was, they really feel a tremendous amount of joy. So for me, it was just has always been important to actually add joy to that movement, add a little bit more joy. And that's why I'm so happy that Hip Hop Abs was my first program, because we were to tuck and tighten in.
So really what motivates people to move is really starting, like getting that feeling of joy. Okay, great. So we've seen you as the dancer, choreographer. We've seen you as the hardcore, insane athlete. Which style of fitness do you prefer, and what type of person responds to either type of program?
It's so very interesting that you asked that question. I prefer dance and sports. And I know that's just a really weird combo. But the reason why I prefer dance, and I'm just going to be very honest here, because when I dance, that's when I feel my leanest. That's where I feel the least amount of stress, if you will. And the reason why I combine that with sports, which is why I created Insanity and Asylum, is because in a sport like tennis, or I was a pretty great hurdler, if you will. It's in tennis, you dance with the ball, and in track and field, I danced with the hurdles. And so anytime that I have to do anything that's really tough involving sports, I'm like, how do you dance your way through this? So I would say that dance is definitely my favorite way to move. If you follow me on TikTok, people, you already know that the minute I start dancing, first of all, I don't even know what's going to happen. I just know something's going to happen, and I know I'm going to be smiling at the end of it.
That is what you're doing on TikTok. You know, I notice a lot of football players take ballet. So I think that gracefulness or that freedom of movement is what you enjoy the most. So thank you for that. Now, You are all over the place. You've written a book, you have a podcast, you're married, you have twin boys. You continue to push yourself to do more, be more, create more. Now's the part where I'd like you to talk a little bit about the genesis of Let's Get Up. What was important for you to achieve with this program?
That's a really great question. I'm actually so excited you asked it because, and I wanted to say, thank you to Carl again for really wanting this type of program. The genesis was just to be able to broaden my ability to touch people. I've always been the kind of person where numbers don't mean much except for the number one. And if I can wake up every day and inspire one person, that's why I wanted to do what I wanted to do. And Carl touched on it earlier. We've been in a pandemic. And if you really look at a lot of fitness, including some of mine, like it's done in a dark space, on a black floor, or in a warehouse. And for me, I wanted to bring people's mental health. I wanted to open the door to people's mental health, to help them find joy, to feel like they're on vacation every single day, to smile when they work out. There's so many people that look at dance and they feel guilty that dance is actually giving them a workout, and they feel like they have to do more because fitness has become this, you have to be intense. You have to almost be literally like falling out in order to get results. And it's just not true. And I wanted people to not only feel like they can work out every day and find joy, but also their results can come from having a really great time. And so that's one of the main reasons. But then also for coaches out there, I think that we have so many great programs, and not that they're similar, but a lot of them is like hardcore. You got the burpees, you got the push-ups, you have all these things. And for me, I said, well, how do coaches actually reach a different demographic of people that they can have a different message when they speak to them? And I knew that a program like this, that is not just dance, which I want to tell everyone, it's dance, it's toning, it's a little hit training and resistance, all packed into 30 days of just complete joy and complete fun. And I want people to celebrate their workouts. I want people to set their alarm, not to be like, oh my goodness, I have to work out today. I want people to set their alarm to be like, I literally cannot wake up to work out today. And that's why I created this program.
I like the way you said that, because that really helps coaches talk about it, especially the joy that we see. The cast members, okay, you were on Maui and it's fun, but I know any cast is very, very difficult. It's hard work to do that, but they just look very happy. So I want you to talk about this cueing method with the cameo. How is that the first time Beachbody has done that?
Yes, so the cueing method is super cool if you haven't tried it just yet. So it's the first time Beachbody tried it, and I'm so happy for it, because a lot of times in fitness, obviously you want the instructor to be able to cue the next move. But we were trying to figure out how can we make people think less and move more and continue to enjoy the experience, and including me as, the trainer, to how can I relieve some of the talking and cueing and keep the fun and energetic zone up. So we have this cueing method called the cameo. First of all, I want to tell you guys about Carly. She is literally one of the nicest people, the sweetest people. And the reason why we chose her to do this is because she's such a clean dancer. She was actually on the show Dancing with the Stars. So that she's actually a really great dancer. But more importantly, she was so happy because what we wanted to do was have you stay in beat and have Carly pop up right before I got to the next exercise so you could see it. And you'll see what starts to happen. You'll start to have your eye slightly on that lower third, right in your right corner of your screen. And you'll see the little gold diamonds start to blink. And then you'll see Carly pop up. And then you'll be like, okay, that's the move I'm doing the next. And it really helps people remember. And then when you actually repeat the program, because I know all of you will, it's going to be even better, because you would have already put these moves into your body and you've already had this muscle memory, and the cameo is just going to help it that much more.
I'm so mesmerized by what you're saying. I'm not even like coming back in time to ask.
Oh,
Okay, so this is a tough question, okay? But
okay.
I'm here to ask you the tough questions. In your opinion, what continues to be a challenge for people to focus on their own health and fitness? Why is it so hard for a coach to talk to people about just getting healthy? What might they do differently when talking about this program?
Right. So one of the things that is just tough in general when you talk about a journey or when you're talking to somebody who wants to change, and even you as a coach and me as a trainer, is we look at a fitness journey as a challenge, but not the good kind of challenge. We look at it as, oh my goodness, I'm 1 pound more, or I need to lose 5 pounds. Or it's like a lot of people look at fitness as they're walking through quicksand instead of just letting go and enjoying the process. And I think that messaging, because it is instilled in us even as a coach, that messaging comes out when we're trying to really help people to transform, or we're trying to help people know that they can become a coach, or whatever challenge group you have, that group of people. When we are explaining the motivation, it comes out as, but I know you can do it, and I know you can push, and it's going to be tough, and you have to stay committed, and you have to and it becomes this, oh, this is going to be hard, instead of, so just move. Because if you're just sitting around, nothing's going to happen anyway. So why don't we just have a good old time while we do it? These workouts are 30 minutes a day, a lot of workouts, 6 days a week, a lot of workouts. You taking pauses. Even some of my workouts, like Max 30, you're like, Shaun T, I ain't even got time for you today. You might finish 23 minutes of a 30-minute workout. You got 7 minutes where you haven't worked out because you're like, dang, I got to take a break. If you're working out for 6 days, 30 minutes a day with Let's Get Up, you're going to do 180 minutes of moving, which means you are going to feel 100% successful every single day. And so instead of talking to a client or, to yourself, even like, the journey's going to be tough. Just be like, yo, I'm going to wake up. I'm going to do this. I'm going to have a good time. Change the mindset to a positive mindset. Look at your journey as like you're on your way to vacation, not looking at your journey as like, I'm climbing Mount Everest. Because if you feel that way, that's how you're talking to people. And trust and believe. The only reason why I know this is true is because I've done it to myself. When I was losing the first 50 pounds of my life, I just was always fighting for that next pound. And I'm like, why am I fighting? What is the point in fighting? Because if I'm fighting, I'm stressing myself out. I'm not enjoying the journey. So talk to people as if they're going to enjoy the journey.
That was so key. I am so glad you said it. We could probably do a whole other call on mindset.
Yes.
But people are going to lay so much work on a workout, then nobody's going to want to do it. So if they can't motivate themselves to do it, how can they motivate others? That was really well said. Thank you. I want you to talk a little bit about your cast in the program, and what kind of transformations did you get during filming, but also, when did you realize that this program could obliterate the doldrums of 2020?
That's so funny. That's a great question. First of all, I'll talk about the cast. This is what's really great. I casted this program based on joy. Every single person that is in the cast, I'm like, do you want to do this? And do you want to have a good time? I wanted people to think about this program and shooting this program with me as less of a job and more about having fun. And that the cast truly delivered. Not only do we have different ages, we have different ethnicities, we have different shapes and sizes and body types. And the other thing that I know I really wanted to do, and my producers really wanted to do, is celebrate different looks of humans, right? Like, we have to learn how to celebrate the different. Not everybody wants to lose that much weight. Some people want to keep their curves. Some people want to get that ripped six pack. Some people want their legs strong. Some people want to just move. There's a 6-year-old in the cast, and she's like, Shaun, I'm just happy to be here. And she's like, I'm just going to be your mother for 6 weeks. And I'm like, well, while we're rehearsing, I'm like, well, come on with it, Ayana. So there's so many different types of people, ethnicities, shapes, and sizes. And it truly, and I'm just going to keep it straight up, it truly represents society and how people move. And you'll see people, these cast members, get results. And the most interesting thing is a lot of them, each of them would show up on a different day and be like, oh my goodness, like I'm losing these inches. Oh my goodness, my pants aren't fitting. The wardrobe has to change my clothing size. But more importantly, it was the joy in their face. And it was just so exciting. And it was really joyful for that. I forget the next question you asked because I was so excited about the cat.
When did you realize this program was going to obliterate the doldrums of 2020?
Oh, I mean, we started a test group back in November. And I remember the very first workout that they did and the workouts that they got every time I created a new workout for them. I was like, this is it. These are everyday people. And I'm not saying everyday people are less than, but I'm saying everyday people that have jobs, that are working from home, that, don't have can get anything they want. They're just like, I'm trying to make it through the day. Yeah. And every single one of them have shown up. A lot of them have shown up for 150 days. Like they are still doing the program because they're like, my day has never started off or ended so joyfully.
Oh, that is good news. Well, the pandemic brought on a lot of boredom, but it also brought on a lot of creativity. And I noticed how popular you are on TikTok with the Gen Z crowd. You're doing a really great job of bridging the gap of generations and keeping things really fresh. So here's my question. What advice can you give coaches? I know I'm giving you a little bit before. What advice can you give coaches about revealing their more joyful and authentic side?
That's such a great question. I believe as we get older, we feel like we need to be older. And there are some people that's like, oh, I'm 40 or I'm 45 or I'm 50 and I'm youthful. But at the end of the day, not to say that you shouldn't blast your age, you should. But for me, I talk less about my age and I show more about how happy I am. I'm like, I can do those moves and I do at the TikTokers, I do at the teenagers or the young 20 somethings. And I'm not saying that if you are 20, I love you, but I'm just saying age is not a reference because it's how you actually move your body and how the joy that comes from your face and your light that's going to attract people. And I spend less time on TikTok dealing with the talking and the craziness of, politics and that. And I'm like, listen, if you come to my page, we're going to have a good old time. And I think that's why, and I follow the Gen Zers. I send them messages. I show them I duet them. Like there's some young guys on there that feel they have like the good abs and they have like those 20 something abs. And I'm like, I got you. And it's so funny because in the comments you have the slightly older crowd that was like, yeah, I'll take the 40 something with the grays. So it's just super fun. I just think you have to, in social media in general, you just have to show your joy. You have to just have fun and not even be fake about it. Like just be you, put on the clothes you like and express yourself in whatever way you like to do it.
Sometimes I wonder if they really know who you are. You're the original, you're the OG. Anyway.
Wait, Sandy, this is the funniest thing. So you could probably go through any comment in any of my TikTok videos and they're always like, oh my goodness, my mom does your workout. Or I started your workout when I was in 4th grade with my mom. And I'm like, oh my God. But it's so cool because they all do my workouts now. So I'm like,
that's okay. Yeah, but you're going through it. In every generation, there's a Shaun T program.
Exactly.
Put that on a t-shirt, okay? All right, 2 more questions, so then I can let you go and enjoy the day. You start the workouts with Energize and you finish with a shareable moment, okay? Can you talk about the shareable moments and how easy it is to post a move that you're proud of?
Yes, that's a great question. So even today, last night I posted the first shareable moment, and then today I reposted a lot of people who were remixing. It's called Remix on Reels on Instagram. So you can actually go check this out when you finish. I'm actually going to post a couple on Facebook as well. So it's very easy. At the end of the workout, I do a shareable moment, or you can click on that in Beachbody On Demand. You learn it. You can do it as many times as you want. You go to your social media platform and you do it. Now on TikTok, you can actually find the music. The music is already on TikTok. All you have to do is put the name of the workout in, and then let's get up, and it should pop up. Or you can even write the name Jack Rayner, Jack, second name Rayner, and all of the music will come up in TikTok. But it's so easy. You do the shareable moment. You practice it as many times as you want. You remix me on Instagram. Right now, I'm not doing any on TikTok. I'm going to wait till May 3rd. I want all my coaches to be on Instagram, and then we go live on May 3rd for the opening. So when everyone else can do it, I'm actually going to post on TikTok. So, but you can get the music on TikTok, and you can remix me on Reels, or you can also, when you're in Reels on Instagram, once you click on the Reel, you can tap the bottom and you'll see original audio, and you can actually tap on that and use that audio to do the Reel that you learned in the video from Beachbody On Demand.
Okay, excellent advice. And if you missed it, you can go back and watch this or listen to the podcast, because you're giving great tips on how to share these moments of joy as people are doing these moves. It's a great shareable moment. Okay, last question. And this is about the 2-week VIP boot camp starting today, right?
Yes.
Can you talk about what you're going to do there? Why is it important to go? Why should people attend?
So what I'm going to do in a VIP boot camp is just keep you guys hype and excited. What's more important for me, I'm actually going to go on there in just a little bit and just talk about why I'm there. But I think I just want to do a lot of like Q&A and challenges in there, just to keep you to know what it is that you need to be successful. I don't like just talking at people just to talk at people, especially in a group like this. I really want to know how I can help. And I love, like you do, Sandy, I love when people ask me the tough questions, because it gets down to the nitty gritty of what you need on how to build your business through this particular program. I would say all of you guys know the Coach Network better than me, but I know the programs, and not just this one, but all of my programs. And I know inspiration and motivation, and I know what mistakes are made when you're trying to actually get people to stay fit. And I want to give one quick example that I've been given a lot. When I used to be a personal trainer and I was in the gym, when I see trainers train every client the same way, I realize that personal trainer is not necessarily focused on what the client wants. That personal trainer is like, this is my style and this is how we do it. And I just don't want you to fall into that as a coach. Don't fall into that trap. Everyone that comes to you or everyone you reach out to is different. You might have your way of approaching, but then once you start the conversation, you have to really dive into what it is that they need. You have to make that connection by listening and understanding, and not just resorting to what it is that you do to build people up. Because people, if that was the case, no one would find that soulmate. No one would find that special person if everyone was the same. So treat people like individuals, find their unique qualities and help them out and build them up through that.
All right. Well, you know what? It's time for you to go and enjoy the day with your success of your 13th program with Beachbody. You continuously create programs to help people live their happiest lives. And for that, everyone is grateful. Facebook is blowing up with people who are thanking you. Moms, grandmothers, young little kids.
I love it. My mom, who is 64 years old, she already told me, she said, Shaun, this is the one. This is the one I'm going to do. She's like, called her friend. She was like, this is what we're going to do. She even texted me last week and was like, I went on my walk so I can get ready for this program. And that means a lot. Like when your mom is doing the work, like she's not an insanity person, clearly. And the last program that my mom did fully was Hip Hop Abs. So it's just really great. I know it's going to touch a lot of people, the moms, the grandmothers, but even like you should see the dads, like the younger dads and moms, and like doing it with their kids. It's just so joyful, and I'm so excited to see people wake up happy.
Well, it took you 17 years to put a program out that your mom likes, right? Sounds like she's a good dancer.
Yeah. I mean, she would probably say differently, but I'm like, all your kids can dance. Like, we got it from somewhere.
Oh, well, I don't even want this call to end because you're so
Aw.
motivating and inspirational. And it's been a while since you were on the wake up call. So I got to get you on again.
I know. Get me on, Sandy. I miss you. I remember for those of you out there, Sandy and I go way back. I just remember our phone calls, and I actually remember the first time we were in person together. That's how
Aw.
impactful you are to me. So I
Oh,
remember.
well, thank you. And I'm a huge fan, a huge follower. I got on TikTok so I could watch you, and now I can't get off
Thank
TikTok.
you.
It's crazy. But thank you, thank you, thank you. Have a great day today. Congratulations on your success.
Thank you. And I'll see you on the VIP test group. I can't wait. Thank you, Sandy.
Yep.
Have a good one.
Okay, bye, you guys. Kevin Shaw is back for 5 minutes of spectacular training. Kevin, why don't you take it away?
Thank you, Sandy. So, coaches, before you leave, I'm not doing my regular body groups training, so I want you to stick around because there's two things I want to show you because today's kind of a special day. First off, Shaun just exudes joy and passion, and I love it. So I wanted to make sure that you guys are ready to help launch this. One of the things that we put together for most programs that most people aren't aware of, we call it the 3-step launch program. So I'm going to show you exactly where to find that because it has 3 steps of how you can launch this for your customers as well as a calendar. So I'm going to share my screen again. Oh, no, that's not the one I want. Hold, please. I got to pull it up first. Okay. Now I can do this. Sorry for the delay. Okay. So what I want you guys to do is follow along on how you can do this. So you log into your coach office once again, and you go to Grow My Business. And then from there, you go to Product Tools and Shareable Media. This is where we put all of our product and program launch information. So once you're in this over here, you scroll down, you can see there's the Let's Get Up Product Toolkit. Click on that because that launches today. And then as you scroll down just a little bit lower below that, check this out. There is a 3-step launch plan. This is ideal. This is something you want to look at. So all you need to do is print this out, or you can do it digitally. It's fine. 3 steps on how you can make sure that this is an effective launch for Let's Get Up. Get trained, know the key dates, know your launch on body groups, plan your launch on body groups, use an invite calendar, and check this out. We've given you a calendar right here. This is ideal. This is something that coaches who use this absolutely love it, and they rely on it. So I want to make sure you guys are aware of that. Now, the other thing that I want to show you is with bod groups. So I'm not going to do my traditional bod group training because something launched just last Thursday, and we're so excited to tell you all about it. So we have put together this contact management tool so that allows you to reach out to even more people that you already are in contact with. So what I want you to do is just follow along, and you can do this with your group. So last week, you remember I created this Let's Get Up group, bod group, very simple to do. But now I want to invite people from my Gmail, from my Yahoo. If I have other accounts, I can upload a CSV file. Very easy to do, and we're very excited about this. So what you do is you go to your groups that you're running, you click on the invite button here, and then you click on down here, invite people from your coach office contact management tool, including your customers, leads, downlines, and email contacts. This is also a way you can take advantage of the Take Action Challenge, just so you guys know. And look at this little beauty right here. It's small, but it's gorgeous. It says, invite people from your coach office contact management tool, including your customers, leads, and downline. Check this out. You can also import your contacts from your Gmail or Yahoo accounts. It is so fun. So I'm going to click on import contacts, because I have both a Gmail and a Yahoo account. I'm going to show you exactly how to do this. Look at this. Import from Gmail, Yahoo, or CSV. So CSV is something you can just, like an Excel sheet or something, you can just upload it. If you can just pull it over, you can upload that. I'm going to do it from my Yahoo. It's this little thing's going to pop up that says, by agreeing to this, you allow Team Beachbody to access your profiles and your Yahoo contacts. Now, from here, I got to stop sharing because I got to pull up one thing. So from here, it's going to pull up your contacts. Now I'm going to show you what that looks like because I've censored this because shame on you for all you bad hackers out there. But for what, so as soon as you click on that, it pulls up this. And then it pulls up their first name, their last name, and their email. And then down here it says, I have permission to contact the individuals above and will honor any request for them to unsubscribe and not to be contacted. So a couple things here. Number one, we do not spam here at Beachbody. You don't spam either. You don't just go like, yep, I'm going to invite everybody in my Yahoo or Gmail account. That is the complete opposite of what we want you to do. But what we want you to do is this is a great opportunity for you to talk to them, to say, hey, it's been a while since maybe we've been in contact. I have this thing. I have your contact information. I'm going to send you some great information about it, invite you to a bod group. It is so easy now to invite and upload people in from your Gmail, Yahoo, and other email accounts. This is a great opportunity for people to feel alive, to feel the joy, to feel the passion, and to take part in something that helps them live a healthy, fulfilling life. Take advantage of this new contact management tool where you can now upload your email contacts. Guys, we are so excited about this. Now remember, head on over right now to the champions page. We are going to announce the Take Action Challenge winners for week 2. So make sure you guys check that out. And then guys, get outside your comfort zone. Invite people. Share the joy. Use your digital tracker. Make this a business that thrives, and it starts today. Have an awesome week. We'll catch you again next week on the National Wake Up Call. Bye, guys.